So we got a question from one of our friends who's really fun and outgoing. He says he's got the gift of gab and women really appreciate him and are attracted to him. He does real well in the early stages of relationships, but the minute they get together, he gets really uncomfortable wanting to assert himself on the decisions being made in the relationship. So basically he says he wants to be a good guy, but he doesn't want to overpower the decision-making process, or just basically be a controlling jerk, is what he says, in the relationship. And you know that there's so much bias against this idea of the controlling machismo man who's always telling women what to do, okay? So he wants to avoid that, but he doesn't want to suppress his natural inclination towards decision-making and having the upper hand. What does he do? How does a guy behave in this culture when the natural inclination is towards moving forward, taking aggressive, assertive action, and deeply, truly, there are women, most women, appreciate that, and a world that tells us to, soften up, take your time, be a little bit more, feminine in your approach with women. And then you got like a relationship with two vaginas, and that's never good. So, what do you do, man? This is the way I look at it. I've been with my wife for a very, very long time. We have a great relationship. And there are two types of decisions that need to be made in our family now. Because now, like, I've got 4 children, and I've got a home. I've got, like, the decisions being made now are much bigger than, we're going to the movie tonight, or we're going to go see Batman. Well, I want to see Spider-Man. Well, I said, Batman, you're coming with me, woman. Like, shit like that, we don't even go to movies and shit. We're making some deep-ass decisions, in our lives, like, where are our children going to go to school, or, where are we going to live, shit like that. So the way I look at it, and the way I've experienced it, is that there are two types of decisions that need to be made, and you've got to know your domain. There are spiritual or contextual decisions, right? And then there are worldly or contextual, right? I said context and content. Contentual, right? Is that even a fucking word? Decisions. Context, content. Spiritual, big picture, and grounded, more day-to-day reality decisions. They're on the complete ends of the spectrum of decision making. One of them looks like, what is the mission for my family? Or what kind of career am I going to move towards? What kind of business am I going to build? What kind of person am I becoming, right? What kind of version of me am I becoming? This is all very big picture. It's very abstract. It's very in the future. It's very direction oriented, right? Big picture, direction oriented decisions. And then there are more grounded, day-to-day, practical, what needs to get done decisions, which are like, where are we going to live? Or, like, what kind of house are we going to live in? What kind of furniture are we going to get? These are expensive choices. What kind of car are we going to drive? Even what kind of food are we going to eat? Are we going to go eat at Z Grill or Grazie? Do you see what I'm saying? I tend to make, and I think that most men will be better off taking the position of big picture, spiritual, contextual decision makers. And then leaving the rest, and I say leaving, and I don't want to make it sound as if, it's just the rest, it's the leftovers, but giving responsibility to the woman to make a lot of the grounded day-to-day decisions, right? So if your girlfriend wants to go out to a movie, and she wants to see Spider-Man and you want to see Batman, go see fucking Spider-Man, dude. Who cares? You know why? Because you're on a mission. Spider-Man or Batman really doesn't fucking matter to a man on a mission. Get in touch with your mission in life, your vision, where we're going with this. This is very spiritual. This is very contextual. This is very big picture. When you're focused on the big picture stuff, which men typically generally, it's in our DNA to be more big picture oriented, then the little shit like, look, my wife wants brown furniture and I really like black furniture. Oh, and I love this. Guys who like, I always wanted a leather couch, but my wife wants one with the flowers. Dude, let her get the one with the fucking flowers. Who cares? You're focused on your vision. You're going somewhere. You've got bigger, not more important, right? Because I don't want to like say one's better than the other, but you got big things that you're thinking about that, quite frankly, I don't care what color you paint the house. You want to color the house pink? I do not care. You know what? In fact, leave that to the woman. I said once before, and it depends on the context. Sometimes I get confused. People get confused with the shit that I say. But a woman's home is like her vagina. And you don't want to tell a woman how to take care of her vagina. You let her take care of the home. And that is a metaphor for the grounded day-to-day content of life. Let her decide. And I guarantee, and I'll tell you right now, as far as quantity is concerned, it's about 90% that stuff and 10% the stuff that you're focused on. Do you see? And when they're really big content-driven questions, she's going to come to you because she trusts you, because you've shown her your ability to be trusted by moving yourself, her, and your relationship and family in the right direction all along, while she's taking care of the day-to-day, while she's taking care of the grounded, practical, what's going to happen from minute to minute, hour to hour, to day-to-day stuff. Do you see? So really, it's not a matter of being. You see, the guys that are idiots are the ones that they want to control everything. So they tell their women how to decorate the house. They tell their women what kind of car they're going to drive. They tell the women what we're going to eat for dinner. Really, but a truly grounded, superior man knows where he's going and all that stuff. He happily lets his woman. He embraces her ability to do those things. In fact, he supports her in making those decisions. I want my wife to make those decisions. So that's it. Good luck, dude. Don't get too wrapped up in this. Think big and let your woman choose the day-to-day stuff.